A stretch of warm and dry days are ahead for the Sacramento Valley, which usually brings in more rain for the month of January. But this year, things are looking pretty clear. Look at it out there. The U.S. Drought Monitor now showing San Joaquin, Stanislaus, and most surrounding counties are under abnormally dry conditions. Then further south, severe drought markings plus high winds in SoCal are that perfect recipe for wildfires.
You know this was coming, right? The dreaded D word for the drought. Dry conditions at the start of the year can greatly impact the snowpack, of course, and in turn how much water will be available for the rest of the year, which of course impacts crops and the potential for large wildfires. So to break it all down, meteorologist Ashley Nanfria joins us now, getting answers on how this all plays out.
Yeah, right now we've got a lot of question marks as to how we're doing here in Sacramento, Northern California. So far for the water year, we're doing good, as most of our storms have actually directed towards Northern California, at least through the month of December. Now, January off to a quiet start. As we all know, it has been pretty quiet the last couple of days. But as we take a look at our water year so far, we're actually doing quite well. Just over 7.5 inches so far for this water year alone. This month, however, we have fallen short, right now just behind by just over 1/4 of an inch. As we take a look at that drought monitor, we have seen several counties across the San Joaquin Valley especially, and as you get closer to the foothills, get back into that dry category on our drought monitor. However, further south, right now they're still waiting for any rain at all, as they're heading into a windy stretch over the next few days. So as we take a look at watches and alerts that we do have active heading through tonight, we've got more wind returning to the forecast, which is not great news, especially considering how dry things are and how low the humidity is over the next few days. We've got several wind alerts, especially in and around Los Angeles counties, already stretching up towards Northern California too. But our primary focus, especially through the day tomorrow and Wednesday, is going to be the high fire danger that occurs as those Santa Ana winds start to ramp up across Southern California. For us here closer to home, we are dealing with the wind as well, not as strong as what they're going to be seeing across Southern California. However, a few gusts above 45 miles per hour are expected across portions of the valley, delta, and even as you get closer to the Sierra. It's all thanks to our weather pattern right now, keeping us dry and quiet. This ridge of high pressure, good news for any outdoor lovers who just want to get outside and enjoy the nice weather. However, we've got a storm system that's passing just to the east of us, and that's going to allow our winds to return as that pressure gradient really starts to tighten from Tuesday and into Wednesday, bringing us some stronger wind out of the north. We'll start to feel it out there tonight. Just around 9-10 o'clock, wind starts to ramp up across the valley. Gusts tonight anywhere from 25 to 30 miles per hour. However, as we get closer to Tuesday, we're expecting things to get a bit more active, especially from the valley on up towards the Sierra. By the time we hit tomorrow afternoon, we'll expect a few gusts right around 40 to 45 miles per hour, with some around the Sierra Peaks up to 60 miles per hour. So with the wind returning back into the forecast, we could see some wind holds, especially across the ski resorts, and even some downed tree limbs and some spotty power outages. Now, as that storm system passes by to the east, we're not expecting any big impacts. However, we could see a few snow flurries squeeze out of it, especially across the eastern Sierra, just to the south of Highway 50. For us here, we're going to continue staying quiet and dry. No fog expected in the forecast with the return of that wind through the day tomorrow. However, as we start the day tomorrow, it's going to be quite chilly. Many of us back into the 40s, late out there tonight, a few 20s across the Sierra as we hit the afternoon. That wind really helping to warm up our temperatures, but it's going to be a windy afternoon with temperatures back into the 60s for highs. We'll continue holding on to above average temperatures through the rest of the week, even heading into the weekend, highs in the 60s with more breezy winds expected by Saturday. Tony?